I am Linda Levin. I am CEO of ElderSource, and I couldn't be more proud to have everyone here at Mosh for our annual event, A Night with the Stars. So if you're in the comfy seats in the planetarium at Mosh, don't get too comfy. There's a good program ahead that I think you'll really enjoy. And for those of you at home, I hope you're comfy too, but are also paying attention because it's a really good program that I know you'll enjoy. And we want to make sure we thank the folks at Mosh for this great venue. I heard some really great remarks outside about the exhibit. Some who would like to use some of the implements out there at home or at work. But so I warned everyone there's cameras, so none of that. But we do really appreciate Mosh for allowing us to have our Night with the Stars under the stars tonight here. So if everyone, if you'll join me and give them a big thank you. So this is ElderSource's 47th year as the Area Agency on Aging and Aging and Disability Resource Center for 7 counties in Northeast Florida. 47 years. So proud to be here, helping older adults, actually all people, empowering them to live and age with independence and dignity in their home and community at ElderSource, but also with all our partners. The COVID-19 pandemic certainly reminded us all of the incredible crucial role that we all play and that ElderSource and all our partner agencies have had in supporting older adults and caregivers in Northeast Florida. We know this role will only become more important in the future with the significant upward trend of the community's aging population. Our aging population will have substantial impacts on all aspects of our community, from transportation to housing, what our neighborhoods look like, how healthcare is delivered, and even how we deliver our services in the community. More individuals will be needing assistance as they age and face difficult decisions. The proceeds from tonight's event will support the Senior to Senior Fund, and we'll talk more about that fund later on in the evening. Before we begin the awards section of tonight's program, I'd like to take this opportunity to share with you a short video about one of the clients ElderSource has helped this past year through our Senior to Senior Fund.
Well, it was horrible. I woke up from a nightmare one night that my center of my back had thousands of bed bugs. And I jumped up and went to the bathroom and pulled my shirt up and looked at my back, and it was loaded with them. I looked out the window and I saw a delivery truck, and I seen they were unloading the mattress and stuff, so I figured that, oh wow, that's for me. And I was sort of surprised that it came as soon as it did. Thought happy days are here again, and I got 2 pillow covers, and 2 bed bug mattress covers, and a full set of sheets, and 2 pillows, and it was all good. I got that wonderful chair, and it's most pleasing. I feel like it was a miracle that there was such wonderful people to help me out with really needy things. I recommend anybody that's really down and out and they in need of something important like a bed to give ElderSource a call. I would say that they're doing a wonderful thing for a needy cause, and the most helpful group of employees.
Mr. Perry is just one example of the seniors we help every day at ElderSource with the Senior to Senior Fund specifically. But there are many we're able to help because of the staff at ElderSource and with the support of our partners and those who contribute. And so we thank you for coming tonight and for being a part of the solution in helping people like Mr. Perry who need us. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our MC this evening. He is a new friend to ElderSource, and I certainly hope he will be a longtime friend of ElderSource's. He suggested that I skip his bio, but I wouldn't dare because it's so impressive. So let me share with you. Vic Michelucci is a Jacksonville native who joined WJXT's News for Jax team in 2010. He serves as a news anchor and investigative reporter covering crime, justice, public safety, government, and the arts. And he interviewed my parents who got their honorary degree at UNF. And memorable for them as well. His work has been recognized with 3 Emmy Awards, a National William Hearst Award, 2 Edward R. Murrow Awards, and a dozen Associated Press Awards. He's also been voted as Jacksonville's best investigative reporter in Folio Weekly and the #1 newscaster in the 904 in Void magazine. Vic has covered hurricanes, presidential elections, the Gators national championship run in 2009 and 2010, Super Bowl in Miami, the absolute highlight. He flew with the Blue Angels, my husband is jealous, in an F4A 18 Super Hornet. He covered the George Zimmerman trial from Sanford and both Michael Dunn trials from downtown Jacksonville. Vic has filed special reports and provided live coverage for a number of media outlets, including Good Morning America, 2020, Nightline, NPR's Morning Edition, BBC's World News, ESPN, HBO, Netflix, the Associated Press, TMZ, CNN, and even The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. He's currently the vice president of the Florida Association of Broadcast Journalists and spends his spare time DJing, kayaking, hiking, and biking. He's also involved with a number of local nonprofits. And we hope to add ElderSource to that list, which includes the Justice Coalition, St. Vincent's Foundation, Communities in Schools, Dreams Come True, Tim Tebow Foundation, Wolfson's Children's Hospital, Jump for Kids, and like I said, ElderSource. Let's welcome our MC for the evening, Vic Michelucci.
Thank you. I really begged her not to read any of that. I got to call our web team and take that off the website. Hello, how's everybody doing? Good. It's good to see everybody in person, right? And to see you all at home, our Zoom people. So hopefully we can get them to stick around And just to let you know, yes, the audience is very close to falling asleep because these planetarium seats are great. I was like, keep reading that bio if you're gonna stick to that, because I like this chair better than standing up here. Listen, it is an honor. It's a privilege to be here. When Dago Creative reached out, they said, hey, do you want to do something for ElderSource? Well, I got a gazillion things to do. I don't know what the breaking news is, but I said, ElderSource. I know the name. I know the logo. I know the good work that they do in the community. So I was like, absolutely, 100%. We will make it happen. And thankfully, no major breaking news tonight as of now, but my phone's off. So we're going to go from there. Truly just a wonderful, wonderful group of people. The recipients, the volunteers, the staff members, all of the support, each and every one of you is so special. And that's why we are presenting these awards right here tonight to the people that really make a difference. Because if you are not a senior, well, the hope is that you will be a senior. So we're all going to eventually, hopefully, God willing, need that extra help. And that's what ElderSource is all about. So truly a wonderful thing there. Okay, before we present the Luminary Award winners for 2021, I'd like to ask all of you to join us in another short video. Why? Because we rented this really cool planetarium, so we're going to use their AV, and this is going to show you the amazing work that you support when you help out ElderSource, and specifically ElderSource's Senior for Senior Fund, which is the beneficiary. So basically, the money that you spend tonight is going to go and help this.
She has two bad knees. She has no cartilage between the bones, and she gets shots, and she's not a candidate for knee replacement because of her Alzheimer's, and they're afraid if they put her under, her mental stability will even decrease further. Plus, she has some heart conditions also that they're kind of watching also. She has a lot of health issues. So it was always a risk of her falling, hitting her head, breaking a limb or something, or hurting someone else when she fell because trying to get her up, because she has no capacity to stop herself or muscle strength to pull herself up. It was like earlier this, I guess, spring, and they said, okay, we have somebody. So they came out and did the assessment and said, oh yes, we can make this happen. And they did excellent work. I mean, they're very professional, very nice, very considerate. I mean, they really did a great job. It's been amazing. I can get her up and out the house myself and into my car, because where they built the ramp, I can pull my car right up at the end with the wheelchair, and all she has to do is pivot to get into the car and to get out of the car, because it can roll right into the living room. It has been a life change. Just helps and enriches the life and enriches the caregiver's life, because the caregiver will have more freedom and have a more quality of life also, without the worry, the constant worry, and constant just with everything. It's like, how am I going to do this? How can I do that? That it made it a whole lot better. That's one expense that I could put towards her and other things in other ways.
Right? I mean, that is inspiration. I get music to play me off the stage. They're like, all right, you're gone, MC. Next. That is inspiration. And literally, I mean, we could be here all night until the sunrise sharing these success stories of ElderSource. So ElderSource helped Vera and Phyllis Brown, and that just represents the vital work that this amazing organization does in the community. And it's why we are giving out the Luminary Awards. Each and every one of you deserves it. So please remember that you can support ElderSource's Senior to Senior Fund and great work like you saw in that video by visiting myeldersource.org. So maybe I get a little boring. Maybe you're tired of my voice. Get out there, donate in between time. We won't yell at you if you're on your phone as long as you are donating money to ElderSource. So myeldersource.org, that's the only way that we're not going to confiscate your phone over the next 4 hours for this program, okay? You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your computer, your tablet. You can have your loved ones do it. Grab someone else's credit card. Either way, as long as it goes back to the charity, it's a great thing. And for those of us that are live with us here, there are donation envelopes too. ElderSource staff is going to help you out with that, and that's certainly a great way to write a check. Maybe you want to do it the traditional way. You can do that as well. Okay, so now we have the pleasure of asking our presenting sponsor from Florida Blue Medicare to join Linda and me. Here with us tonight is our friend Kathy Feeney, president of Florida Blue Medicare. Of course, we want to thank you and Florida Blue Medicare for being our presenting sponsors, for making this happen, and of course, Kathy, your continuing support, because we know it's more than just one night.
I write checks.
And that's what we love you for.
Okay, so let me tell you the definition of a luminary before we give out the awards, and you'll understand why we call our award winners luminaries. Luminary, by definition, is one who is an inspiration to others. Do I need to lower this? No. One who's an inspiration to others.
We're basically the same height.
Sure, I'm just standing in a hall. One who has achieved success in their chosen field, a leading light. This year's award winners are true luminaries, reflected by their work to help older adults and caregivers during a most challenging time in our history, a pandemic of all things, pivoting programs and services on a dime, forging new partnerships to be able to provide services in a new reality to an increasing number of older adults needing our support.
Mic adjustment. So I'm going to have the honor of sharing a brief snapshot for each of the agency's accomplishments during the pandemic. I know that you are going to be impressed by their dedication and their service to our older adults. The pandemic really changed things up. We had to get creative. We had to work harder, but guess what? We did it, and we did it together by working together, regardless of your political views or your football teams or anything like that. We got together to make it happen for our community. And that's why we're all here tonight. So after I read your agency's highlights, will tonight's representatives please come up to receive your award and have your photo taken? If you are at home, because some of our winners are at home, please stand up, please wave, because we have hidden cameras in your house right now watching. And we're going to put it right up here on the big screen. So hope your pajama pants are good. Ladies and gentlemen, your very first winner tonight goes to Aging True. This first luminary honoree is Aging True, one of Northeast Florida's largest nonprofit providers of senior services and a leader in enabling home-based senior independence. That's important, isn't it? Their impact in the community was vast and deep. Mental wellness programs were expanded specifically in Duval, Clay, St. John's, Flagler, Volusia, Nassau, and Baker counties, with more than 6,000 hours of services being provided to 218 participants using their telehealth platform. How about that? So as COVID-19 disrupted many in the restaurant business, Aging True partnered with several restaurants and chains to extend their capacity to provide home-delivered meals to homebound and isolated seniors all around Northeast Florida. We all like to eat well. From May to August 2020, they delivered more than 38,000 meals through this restaurant partnership. 38,000, that is not a typo. More than 400 Aging True volunteers provided the much needed manpower to ensure that all of their clients were supported through the pandemic. Early on in the pandemic, their staff worked alongside ElderSource staff to put together bags of supplies like paper towels, toilet paper. Remember when that was an issue? Not sure why, but it was. Sanitizing wipes and more to be delivered to their clients. The agency did not miss a beat in continuing renovations and new constructions at its residential building in downtown Jacksonville. Additionally, their relatively new expanded responsibilities in Clay County ensured that seniors in this area did not stop receiving their care and the important services, all of which was supplemented by additional investments from Aging True of $175,000. So please, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for our friends at Aging True. All right. Next up, appearing virtually, our friends at Baker County Council on Aging. The Baker County Council on Aging proudly came together to provide care for seniors when they had nowhere else to turn. They served more than 100,000 meals through their kitchen. They delivered food and Christmas presents to isolated seniors and raised over $77,000 to support their meal programs, all while never laying off a single employee. How about that? Their commitment to seniors in Baker County cannot be overstated, and they put this community on full display throughout the pandemic. We know that there are a lot of resources in downtown Jacksonville. I was talking about it this morning, but as you spread out, sometimes those resources wane. Well, that's not the case in Baker County. Thank you to the Baker County Council on Aging. Let's hear it for them. Want to take your picture with their award? Here, Rick. We know they're at home. Just like all of my friends. Our next winners, ladies and gentlemen, the City of Jacksonville Senior Services Division. Feel free to give me a Duval. In March 2020, when senior centers and meal sites were having to close because of the virus, the City of Jacksonville Senior Services Division began drive-through pickup sites for seniors so that they could still be able to get their meals. For those elders who could not drive to a pickup site, the City of Jacksonville actually delivered the meals to their home. The office distributed 414,813 meals to approximately 700 seniors, utilizing senior center buses and division staff. They really did whatever they could to make it happen. Remember March of 2020? What a weird, difficult time. So many challenges there. They made it happen. They kept people from going hungry here in Jacksonville. They partnered with 19 local restaurants, Farm Share and Feeding Northeast Florida, to provide additional meals and groceries to cover the weekends, Thanksgiving, the Christmas holiday. This enabled so many of our great restaurants and businesses to remain open. They were able to pay their employees, keep food on the table for their employees because of this program. This resulted in a 38% increase in meal distribution during the pandemic. The office also partnered with Memorial Hospital to provide mental health counseling teleservices to the seniors. They provided 4,771 hours of counseling free of charge. But there's more. The senior centers served as COVID testing and vaccination sites from March 2020 to the present. These sites administered thousands of COVID-19 tests and vaccinations to the residents here in Duval County. The division provided masks and education to its seniors about the pandemic, about living a socially distanced, safe, and healthy life while during quarantine. And during COVID, the division hosted virtual events to keep seniors connected, keep them engaged, right? That does so much for mental health. Hundreds of seniors took advantage of these opportunities to remain connected and learn while those senior centers were physically closed. So one more time, bravo to the City of Jacksonville Senior Services Division. There you go. Are we still Super Bowl eligible?
Depends.
All right, our next winners, Community Legal Services of Mid-Florida. They're joining us virtually, so cheer extra loud for them. There's 15,000 people out there to our virtual friends, so they're all cheering for you in this auditorium. We squeezed them all in. So growth and adaptation were the cornerstones of pandemic-era business for Community Legal Services of Mid-Florida. After successfully moving to remote work in just 2 days, the agency was able to increase the number of people it served from 2020 into now 2021. Despite the pitfalls of remote work on staff and client engagement, they were twice voted as the best place to work based on their staff surveys. So people were happy there. Finally, their adoption of new media and technologies allowed them to facilitate better client engagement and increase volunteering within their organization. They are not here with us tonight, not here in person, they're with us virtually, but we want to congratulate the staff and all of the volunteers at Community Legal Services of Mid-Florida. All right, heading up from Volusia County, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you brought us something from Buc-ee's because we would like to honor the Council on Aging of Volusia County. Like everyone else, the year 2020 was a challenge for the Council on Aging of Volusia County. The organization encountered obstacles it had never envisioned. No matter the situation, their focus remained steadfast, not only on the care of clients, but also on the care of their employees. That's important as well. The organization provided almost 96,000 hours of in-home services that included homemaking and personal care. They coordinated with local restaurants, transportation companies, and a staffing company to deliver more than 754,000 meals. 754,000 meals. They also fielded almost 11,000 calls from seniors seeking assistance with a variety of needs, provided 21,789 hours of adult daycare, and 63,400 hours of caregiver respite services. Without a doubt, This is obviously an agency making a huge positive impact on the lives of seniors in Volusia County. So thank you for making the trip up north. We're going to welcome you here. Welcome and congratulations to the staff of the Council on Aging of Volusia County. We know that traffic on I-95 in St. Johns County is terrible, so we apologize for that. Next up, joining us virtually, our friends at Elite Transportation. Elite Transportation looks for ways that they could help the community during this difficult time, and they offered to help ElderSource help elders. So drivers helped deliver to seniors in need more than 11,000 bags of food and supplies put together by ElderSource staff, bringing the bags right up to the seniors' doors. They delivered to the Jacksonville area and surrounding counties, bringing hope and assistance to older adults who didn't have anywhere else to turn. They brought hope in a dark time. Compassion for the community and the willingness to step up to the challenges are at the core of Elite Transportation's mission. The team from Elite could not join us this evening. I'm sorry, I'm a morning anchor. They could not join us this evening, but we thank them for their amazing work with ElderSource. We've got another great one. All of these are so incredible, so I smile when I see these names. I owe you a new microphone. Farm Share, ladies and gentlemen. Farm Share Jacksonville ramped up its support for the community when the community needed it the most. The organization saw a 36% increase in food collected from 2019 to 2020. During the COVID-19 pandemic, they handed over 78 million pounds of food and held over 758 community food distribution events. 758. I got a lot of emails about those distribution events. Truly incredible. In North Florida, the organization distributed to over 3,300 agencies and was able to provide food for more than 554,000 households. The pandemic brought with it an enormous increase in food insecurity. It's a big problem. It still is right now. By increasing their production and growing their impact, Farm Share was able to distribute nearly 13 million pounds of food in a time span of 10 months. And throughout 2020, that year that we're going to keep talking about, Farm Share made weekly drops of pallets of supplies and food, including fresh produce and shelf-stable products to ElderSource, whose staff then put together the bags to be delivered by Elite. Remember when I said everybody worked together? We all did it together. That is a great example. So great job, a job well done. Thank you to the Farm Share team. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, the Flagler County Board of County Commissioners. The Board of County Commissioners made it a mission to spread hope to those seniors struggling in the community during the pandemic. They delivered over 20,000 more meals in 2020 than they did in 2019, utilizing volunteers and, see the trend, partnering with local restaurants to meet that increased demand, helping the restaurants, helping the community. I love that symbiotic relationship. The organization also helped seniors with over $11,000 in past due electric bills and provided comfort to seniors with minor home repairs, and they delivered specialized medical equipment. Finally, they collected hundreds of holiday gifts in collaboration with Home Instead and a little company called Walgreens to deliver to seniors alongside Santa and carolers. So congratulations to the staff at Flagler County. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Florida Blue. For Florida Blue, I feel like there's a few Florida Blue people on payroll here.
I brought my whole staff.
Entourage. We call them an entourage. So for Florida Blue, the pandemic presented opportunities for new kinds of care. The organization set up COVID-19 vaccination clinics with Aging True to help seniors get their vaccine shots and get them quickly. They also supported the Nassau County Council on Aging with a $15,000 COVID fund donation and flu vaccination clinics. Additionally, Florida Blue partnered with ElderSource and the University of North Florida to provide meals to homebound seniors through the Meals on Wings program. They were one of the companies that provided ElderSource with bags of food and supplies and with additional items for the bags like much needed hand sanitizer. They sponsored activities of the Caregiver Coalition of Northeast Florida, the Alzheimer's Association, and the Jacksonville Senior Games. Finally, they funded a 3-year program to assess and prevent caregiver burnout. We all know about caregiver burnout. Very, very real, especially during the pandemic. And they had risk management training with ElderSource for their contracted providers to ensure services to seniors would continue as organizations become better prepared. Both programs will have a long-lasting impact on the lives of seniors and their caregivers, because we have to think of the caregivers too. They have some of the hardest jobs out there, so supporting them is truly a blessing. Bravo to Florida Blue. And presenting herself with the award.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Heartfelt Ministries. The pandemic presented real challenges to senior serving organizations. At Heartfelt Ministries, they faced these challenges head on. In 2020, their volunteers provided more than 10,000 hours of support to more than 600 clients. Through their Heart Fund, they were able to provide 354 seniors with financial assistance during the pandemic. They even built 27 wheelchair ramps while providing 90 seniors with transportation through their transportation program. And throughout the pandemic, Heartfelt Ministries was able to fulfill their mission of providing free, non-medical services to allow seniors to live independently. Heartfelt collaborated often with ElderSource's own senior-to-senior program staff to help mitigate crisis, even more critical during this pandemic. Wonderful, wonderful things. Round of applause for Heartfelt Ministries. The team joining us virtually. So the award is for you. We'll get it to you. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Humana. When the challenges of the pandemic began to unfold, Humana took a supporting role on the fight to keep seniors happy, healthy, and above all, safe. Alongside other organizations, Humana is funding the Meals on Wings program at the University of North Florida, providing meals to isolated seniors on a wait list. The food that would normally be wasted from Baptist Medical Center is converted into healthy meals to be delivered to the seniors. How cool is that? Humana also provided funding for ElderSource and Aging True to get supplies and toiletries early on when the pandemic necessarily took those supplies away. Again, we go back to those empty shelves. They made this happen when it wasn't in stock and when the seniors weren't able to make it out to those stores and grab it physically. They too provided bags that ElderSource staff used to deliver food and supplies throughout the pandemic. So, ladies and gentlemen, a warm thank you to the team at Humana who is joining us virtually tonight. This next organization is one that I have called on probably half a dozen times during the pandemic because they truly help people when they don't think they have anywhere else to go. We're talking about Jacksonville Area Legal Aid, or JALA. So this organization provided legal assistance to more than 2,100 seniors and shifted to accommodate more priority cases caused by the pandemic, particularly eviction defenses. It was a big problem. So JALA's CEO, Jim Kowalski, collaborated with legal aid leadership statewide by crafting and signing onto a joint letter advocating for the Florida Supreme Court to issue an eviction and foreclosure moratorium in March of 2020. It's been in the news a lot. You know it. Jim and his team made that happen. So the organization collaborated with other legal aid and housing advocacy groups to create public awareness tools customized for each locality in its service area to explain the complex weave of moratoriums that were being issued and how this impacted each individual county. Legal things are not fun. They're not easy. And they're not necessarily DIY. And that's where Jacksonville Area Legal Aid comes in. So the agency partnered with the United Way of Northeast Florida, the Duval County Court System, the Jacksonville Bar Association, and so many others to develop a pilot eviction diversion program where landlords agreed to allow eligible tenants extra time to catch up on rent and ultimately avoid eviction. The program resulted in $5.3 million in CARES Act assistance being made available for the pilot program. That is a blessing because that kept people from being homeless right here in our community. So you all are true heroes. Congratulations to Jacksonville Area Legal Aid. Saying it right, Jala? Jala, Jayla. A warm welcome for our friends at the Nassau County Council on Aging. Nassau County Council on Aging came together with partners and volunteers to provide for seniors in the community. They united with 4 local restaurants to provide food alongside their Boots on the Ground initiative, supporting local seniors with more than 93,000 meals. That's a 286% increase. I'm a journalist, not a mathematician, but that's some impressive numbers right there, okay? So more than 300 volunteers logged 50,000 hours providing home health services to 192 seniors. This effort has given those in isolation a helping hand, a reason to smile. The agency also helped reach almost 700 seniors through its telephone reassurance program and enrolled more than 2,300 people in its My Senior Center database to take advantage of hundreds of virtual learning opportunities. They assisted more than 75 seniors through the chore program with grab bars, ramps, and other small household projects. A little bit of help in the house really can go a long way, can make it safer, healthier, and happier for our seniors. And finally, using a $1.2 million grant from the state of Florida, they were able to renovate and modernize the Westside Senior Life Center in Hilliard. So really such an amazing team up there at the Nassau County Council on Aging. Congratulations to all of you. They've already got the Christmas lights up in Fernandina Beach too, so ahead of the curve up there in Nassau County. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, the Northeast Florida Area Health Education Center. This center, also known as AHEC, converted their programs to virtual offerings when the pandemic hit. Their senior wellness programs designed to serve older adults through Baker, Nassau, Duval, Clay, Flagler, and Volusia counties were done virtually to provide for seniors in need while keeping them safe. Over 790 seniors received assistance from programs like diabetes self-management, chronic disease self-management, chronic pain self-management, and so much more. These programs were critical in helping older adults maintain their independence and health while in isolation. Additionally, they provided seniors with mental health counseling to cope with isolation and other problems, as well as shopping assistance and telephone reassurance to seniors. AHEC is now working with ElderSource to reach older adults throughout the region, educating them about the vaccine, the booster, and helping them access both. What a wonderful group of people at AHEC. We appreciate your work. Joining us virtually tonight, but we still want to give them that round of applause, our friends at Seniors on a Mission. Isolation doesn't mean being alone. Don't look in your dictionary, because tonight we're saying isolation does not mean being alone. The incredible team at Seniors on a Mission made it their goal to bring joy and support to seniors who were isolating because of the virus. So during the first month of lockdown, they delivered 13,680 meals to seniors living in HUD housing, partnering with ElderSource and Feeding Northeast Florida. They also provided 330 week-long meal bags to those in 2 nearby counties. To help those feeling lonely, Seniors on a Mission provided much-needed hugs as a reminder that the hard times would get better. Joanne Hickox, the executive director for Seniors on a Mission, is out of town, but she is viewing the program virtually. So Joanne, congratulations to you and your team. We hope you're out of town somewhere really cool. Maybe the mountains. Our next winners are with the St. Johns County Council on Aging. Older adults in SJC felt the love from the St. Johns County Council on Aging. The Council on Aging doubled the number of home meals that it delivered through Meals on Wheels during the pandemic. At the height of the crisis, the agency was delivering more than 10,000 meals per month. It also set up a drive-through meal and activity kit pickup, and this was in Hastings. It's an area that doesn't necessarily get all of the resources as downtown St. Augustine, as downtown Jacksonville. So it's great to have that there because there are so many people that need it and appreciate it in that area as well. So the agency collaborated with 7 local restaurants and caterers to meet the increased demand on its Meals on Wheels program. That partnership helped keep restaurants and caterers in business during a tough time. We know that St. Johns County relies on tourism. It took a big hit there. This made a difference to keep them afloat. In all, these 7 businesses prepared over 6,500 meals for local seniors between April of 2020 and July of 2020. The council provided over 300 mental health consultation sessions between March and October, adding up to approximately 400 hours of services. It also provided transportation and shuttle service to St. Johns County vaccination sites from January to June this year. And in collaboration with the health department, the council opened its doors as a vaccination site in late December 2020. It pulled together virtual programming to keep seniors engaged by collaborating with several of the instructors. But there's more. The council successfully pivoted from serving people on site through its congregate meal sites, caregiver support, and 2 different dementia programs to serving participants virtually and through home delivered meals and activity kits delivered to the seniors throughout the area. Its telephone reassurance volume dramatically increased during the pandemic, bringing a friendly and caring caller into many homes. So much incredible work that was accomplished by the team at the St. Johns County Council on Aging. Kudos to them. And ladies and gentlemen, we would be remiss if we did not honor this final group of amazing do-gooders. Our final Luminary Award this evening is being presented to a group of professionals who work tirelessly each day, not only in supporting seniors in our community, but also to support other organizations in this crucial work. Drum roll, please. Or claps. It is our pleasure to give this award to the ElderSource employees. Like everyone else, ElderSource worked remotely, implementing new technologies to ensure services to seniors continued without missing a beat. When seniors called for help, ElderSource answered. During the pandemic, the helpline was at an all-time high with more than 8,500 calls per month. 8,500 calls per month. I do not envy the people answering all of those calls. I love talking to people, but not on the phone. But it was important, especially during the lockdowns. 88,000 calls were answered in the helpline in 2020. Employees in all the other departments kept up at the hectic pace as well, processing and managing millions of dollars in contracts to keep senior services going, helping people apply for and connect them to vital benefits, ensuring that important information was distributed throughout the communications channels, and overseeing the management of agency operations to keep employees up and running remotely, right? Remember when we first tried to use Zoom and Skype and we're like, what is this thing? Staff from across the agency came together to package bags of food and supplies, and they were able to deliver over 12,000 such bags to isolated or needy seniors. Staff also organized a shop and drop where members of the community were invited to drop off supplies and activities for seniors to have something to do while they stayed at home. That was so very important. You can clap. It's good. Clap. Items dropped off included those cherished toiletries. I needed some of those dropped off in the beginning. Blankets, as well as puzzle books, adult activity books, playing cards, games, and more. Staff delivered the bags to seniors' doors in time for the winter holidays so they could still feel festive. To comfort seniors in isolation, they ramped up their Caring Connections telephone reassurance program, providing a friendly phone call to those who were left by themselves. Staff also implemented some other new programs like Uniper and Get Set Up, using technology to mitigate the isolation felt by so many. And ElderSource, in partnership with AARP, launched a monthly Facebook Live event called Let's Do Lunch. This brought fun, entertainment, laughs, and inspiration to elders at home. To spread love and compassion during these dark times, their employees created the Share the Love Challenge, launching on February 12th to encourage people to exchange acts of kindness. And now I want to take a look at a
During tough times, when we're low on hope,
and looking for a light to shine through the darkness.
We can all use
a little extra
love.
That's why ElderSource is challenging you to
Share the love.
Ibahagi ang pag-ibig.
This is our way to spread hope,
encouragement,
Positivity.
and unity. Share the
love.
Cholek et ha'ahava.
love is an action.
Love isn't love until you give it away.
So share a smile.
Share a note of kindness. Share a laugh.
Share a virtual hug.
Share a dance.
but most importantly,
Share the love.
To help bring back hope. And to ignite a light of positivity, creativity.
And community. Love always wins.
share the love.
We challenge you to
Comparte el amor.
Sneham Pagadu.
Share the love.
So who's next?
During tough times, when we're low on hope, and looking for a
All right, let's hear it for the ElderSource staff. Come on up here.
Okay, we'll call you out. We have Kyle, Haley, Isabella, Andrea, Alex, Anita, Sherry, Devette, Kim, Tamika, Nancy, Natasha, Cheryl, Catherine, Renee, Hope, Anadora, and James, and Mace.
And Linda Levin.
I'm behind the screen. Hi. Oh, no. You know what? We're going to get a group shot after. Okay. Yeah, because we can't fit in that little yellow box. It was hard enough with 4 people. We can't get 18. Go ahead, guys. Thank you. So, and while everyone who's here gets to take a seat, and as we continue the program, we also want to remember to recognize the staff who are at home tonight and weren't able to join us. There's many more of them, but we appreciate the staff who turned out, and we appreciate those of you who are at home. So thank you, and thank you. Okay, back to you.
And from afar, they may look like flasks. They're not flasks. They're actually awards with their names on them. Just want to set the record straight there. So how about all of our award winners tonight? What an impressive list. That's why my throat is tired, because I had to go down. There were so many accomplishments, but we could not skip over anybody or anything they did because it was wonderful. So round of applause to all of our award winners, each and every one of you at home, here in the planetarium. Now it's time to present the 2021 Delores Barr Weaver Elder Advocate Award. So our winner, Richard Prudom, the Secretary of the Florida Department of Elder Affairs, is not able to be here this evening. He's busy in Tallahassee, but we do have a great video about the award and a message from the Secretary.
So ElderSource, the Area Agency on Aging and the Aging and Disability Resource Center, created the Delores Barr Weaver Elder Advocate Award back in 2011, when we first honored Mrs. Weaver for her advocacy on behalf of older adults. She came forward with grant funds for us that helped us serve older adults in a crisis, our Senior to Senior program, and other support that she's given us over the years. It seemed logical then that after that we would name the award after her. And then it became the Delores Barr Weaver Elder Advocate Award. Since then, we've given that award to many folks who have been strong advocates on behalf of older adults, whether it's support for funding programs or advocating on important issues like elder abuse prevention. This year, the award is going to our Department of Elder Affairs Secretary, Richard Prudom, a most deserving person of this award. Richard has been an outstanding advocate for older adults over the years, but most importantly, during the pandemic. During this time, he has supported the area agencies on aging and the service providers around the state by creating flexibilities in our program that allowed us to be more responsive to the needs of older adults during this critical time. He allowed area agencies and service providers to pivot our services to be able to address loneliness and isolation that increased during this time. He allowed us to deliver services differently, such as using restaurants to help with the growing demand of meals. He created the program that uses tablets to help older adults who are isolated to be able to interact with activities, but also with loved ones. He also made it possible for robotic pets to be used for people living with dementia, to give them a form of companionship. Without Richard, going through this pandemic would have been very much harder, both for the aging network of area agencies and providers, but more so for the seniors of Florida. Richard is a man of great leadership, integrity, passion for helping older adults, and compassion for older adults and for the people who serve them, making it possible for all of us, no one doing it alone, to help our seniors stay well and healthy during this time and all times.
Thank you. I am really honored to receive this year's Delores Barr Weaver Elder Advocate Award and to be a part of this year's A Night with the Stars event. I'm really sorry that I just could not be there in person, but regardless, I do extend my gratitude to the board of directors at ElderSource, obviously CEO Linda Levin, and Florida Blue, tonight's presenting sponsor, for this really, really awesome recognition. It certainly is humbling to be acknowledged for an award named after a dedicated advocate for older adults such as Delores Barr Weaver. She is well known and well regarded for her innovative and resourceful responsiveness to the needs of elders. I assure you I will continue to strive for my work with the Aging Network to meet her very high standards. I think it's a good opportunity right now, though, to recognize the luminary honorees, including the providers and partner agencies, and especially the ElderSource staff, to ensure that families continue to get support without a break in service. I also extend my appreciation to the area agents and aging and service providers around the state who have done an actually phenomenal job during a very difficult time. This past year and a half has been unprecedented in the history of the Aging Network, and all of you were, home care heroes who made sure that older adults and their care partners did not go hungry. Their lights didn't get turned off, and hopefully that they didn't feel so alone. So thank you, from the bottom of my heart for that. It really is very much appreciated. I also appreciate everything that you've accomplished and continue to achieve on their behalf. I really do hope that you all enjoy the rest of A Night with the Stars event. So thank you.
Let's hear it for Richard Prudom and his leadership. I'm also so thankful that video played because I didn't want to keep going into my jokes. To share some thoughts about the award and the importance of supporting those working in the aging industry, once again, Kathy Feeney, the president of Florida Blue Medicare. Kathy.
Can you see me? Hello. So thank you, Vic. Thank you, Linda. Wow. How do you follow all that? I'm so humbled to be here and to be part of this night. I have a passion for seniors. I have worked in this senior business. If I told you how long, you'd think I was old, but maybe you'd think I was wise. So I've been working in the senior business for about 30 years. And I had the distinct pleasure to have a great mom, though I was her care partner in caregiving with her for 20 years. And people go, wow, that must have been a big chore. I go, was the best part of my life, because we became best friends and I got to return to her what she gave to my brother and myself growing up. I had an opportunity exactly 3 years ago to move from California to Florida. Now, for you Floridians, I was not on my bucket list. However, I decided I'm single. I have 2 grown kids. I'm going to go on an adventure. So here I am in Florida. I had the opportunity to come to Florida to run and to build Florida Blue Medicare. And I'm obviously in the last quarter of my career. Well, maybe not obvious. I think I still look very young because I took the mirrors out of my house. But in all seriousness, being here tonight and watching and talking to people makes you know why you get up in the morning. And some of my colleagues over here to my left didn't want me to bring my prop, but I do literally carry around a bottle of Tums. And why do I do that? To remind everyone that as we're in ops meetings and worrying about the benefits and risk scores and this and that, that our job is to take tummy acid out of the senior's stomach about healthcare when they go to bed and when they wake up. And so I literally have a bottle of Tums on various places that now I wander around my house trying to figure out Zoom or Teams, whatever. But that's what it's all about. And that's what Florida Blue Medicare is about. And I am so proud of my team and the teams in here. And Linda, ElderSource is just like awesome. And the other organizations that are around here. We do, in this day and age, I'm a Catholic, I'll just say that. So I use the word God, but the big universe, the power of something bigger than us. So I learned this phrase from, so I don't know if you've heard of Growing Bolder, but you will, because you'll get to know me. I'm like a piece of lint. Once I get your phone number, watch out. I guess that's not really a piece of lint. I guess it's like, Vic, your joke about the leather and the sneaker. I don't get that yet, so you're going to have to tell me about it. But our role and our mutual goal is to make the rest of our seniors' lives the best of their lives, because the best is still to come. I cannot leave here without talking about the pandemic. It's changed how we do healthcare. It's changed how we do things. Some for the good, some for the better, but it's the new norm. And just because we've got the vaccinations now and this and that, we still have things to deal with because people didn't go to get care. People had, we were talking out there, people had heart attacks at home. People had strokes at home. People went without getting cancer treatments, et cetera. We're seeing it in the numbers now. So we still have a lot of work around us to do. But I got something fun to do by watching everything tonight. So everybody stand up.
Oh my gosh, that was unplanned, but a lot of fun. We shared a lot of love. Thank you for that. So we want to congratulate Secretary Richard Prudom again on being this year's awardee for the Delores Barr Weaver Elder Advocate Award. And I want to thank Kathy. Thank you for that wonderful sharing of the love. Thank you for your support and for helping us tonight, and for all of Florida Blue for your sponsorship and support all the time. And I also want to, thank all of our sponsors who are not here, but here tonight. There's many of you in the room, and we couldn't do our work all year without the support of your sponsorship, not just of this event, but other things that we turn to you for during the course of the year. Thank you so much. As we bring this year's Night with the Stars event to a close, I want to share one more video of an example of someone who we've helped through our senior to senior program. I've been the short one ducking away while he
My husband had been sick for a long time, and he had a lot of brain damage that they didn't tell me about, and brain swelling. And then we knew he was going to die in the next few weeks, but he died suddenly. And I found out all of a sudden he hadn't paid the electric bill, he hadn't paid the rent, and he always took care of that. And I called United Way, the 211 number, and they referred me to y'all. And within 24 hours, both months the electric bill were taken care of. And she said, well, how are you on the rent? I said, well, I found out I'm behind on that too, but only 1 month. I can pay this month, but I can't pay the month that wasn't paid. And y'all took care of that too. So it let me start with a fresh start and a fresh slate. So I've been able to take care of it every month since then. I mean, it can get tight at times, but I can do it. But I needed help over that hump, or I would have been out on the street, and before that happened, living here with no electricity. And y'all literally pulled me out of the fire. ElderSource was a lifeline. It wasn't just to help me with those things. It was literally a lifeline. I didn't lose my dignity, and that could have happened so easily. And y'all made sure that didn't happen. And y'all have stayed in contact with me to make sure everything is all right. And it's just unbelievable. People don't realize there are people that care, and young people that care, that know that we're worth something still. If nothing else, then we're worth saving our dignity. And that means a lot.
I don't know if you can't see me because you don't see me over the podium or because the lights were out. So, but it's seeing and hearing from people like Mrs. Lackey that reminds us how worthwhile our work is. And so I want to invite you all to join me in welcoming Mrs. Lackey, who is able to join us tonight, for her to share a few words with you.
Well, I tell you, I didn't realize I had a Southern drawl till I listened to that. And now I realize that's why some people, when I'm talking to them on the phone, kind of go, huh? So I'm a Southern girl. And I want to say thank you, Linda, ElderSource, and all of you who support the work ElderSource does for people. People like me in our community, calling this work life-saving. It might sound like an exaggeration, but in my case, it felt like you were saving my life. ElderSource's Senior to Senior Fund was there for me at one of the lowest points in my life. It kept my lights on and gave me hope. that I did have a future and I could do it. I asked Linda if I could join you all here tonight because I wanted to personally thank you for being there for me when I desperately needed help. And when I called, a lady named Sherry Bryant answered the phone. And she found out within a few sentences that I was nuts. And she worked with me on it. And it gave me a sense of place to know that I was still me in there somewhere. She helped to get out. She gave me acceptance. And somehow she made it feel that when y'all helped me, I was doing her a favor. And I can never thank you. As the video showed, you provided a lifeline that reminded me that people still cared. So please accept my sincere thank you for what you do, as well as my request that you continue to donate and continue to support ElderSource, the Senior to Senior Fund. If y'all please make a donation. There's so many people out there, and we don't need a lot of help. It's just a little bit of help, and that little bit can restore a life where we think we don't have one. It's just that little bit. Thank you.
I'm going to let Mrs. Lackey and Sherry have a moment. Wow. What a night. It was spectacular. And I want to thank you all for being here this evening to honor Secretary Prudom and all of our luminary awardees this evening. I hope you enjoyed the videos about some of the clients that we help every day, and that you get a true sense of the kind of work we do all the time. We are so grateful. I am so grateful to our staff who there aren't words to express their dedication and their passion, and I'm going to start crying, and their compassion that they have for the job. It's not a job. It's a calling for them, for all of us. I want to thank our board members who support our staff, who put things in place during COVID to make sure that they were well, that our staff were well and can continue doing the work. Our volunteers who also did so much during this time, our Shine volunteers who are still working like crazy during open enrollment and all through the pandemic, and our telephone reassurance volunteers who made those calls to lonely, isolated seniors. Everyone is just amazing. If you are moved at all by tonight's videos and stories and the awardees, the work that we've all done, please consider making a donation to ElderSource. It's going directly to our Senior to Senior Fund, so we can help more Mrs. Lackeys and more Mr. Perrys, so we can make a difference in their lives. We can't do it without you. For those of you who are here tonight, we have envelopes if you want to make a contribution that way, or you could go on your phones. Like Vic said, we won't complain tonight if you're on your phone. And for those of you at home on your phones and on your computers, go to our website and you too can make donations. And that is at myeldersource.org. Let us not forget to tell you that. This fund, the Senior to Senior Fund, was created initially by Mrs. Weaver when she knew there were seniors not of means who needed help. And she, an older adult herself of means, gathered some other older adult friends who started the fund and made their contributions and created an endowment at the Community Foundation. When the Jim Moran Foundation heard the good work we're doing and knew that there was more need that even Mrs. Weaver's fund can meet, also started contributing to that fund. So we want to thank Mrs. Weaver and Mr. Weaver and the Jim Moran Foundation for starting and supporting this fund. And we want to thank all of you tonight for also helping to support that fund and the seniors who benefit from it. Photos from this evening, which was so much fun, will be available for free. You can go to the link on our website, again, myeldersource.org, the same link where you can make your donation. And you'll get a link in our upcoming newsletter. So if you don't yet get our newsletter, you could subscribe through our website at myeldersource.org and on social media. So sign up and follow us. Finally, my favorite part of the evening, a heartfelt thank you again. First to Mrs. Lackey for taking the time to share your story, for being vulnerable with us, and to let everybody know that there are seniors out there who are vulnerable. And it's not always easy to ask for help, but we are here for you and for all of them. We want to thank also our very tall and funny MC, Vic Michelucci. Thank you so much for making tonight extra special for us. We want to recognize again our board members, our advisory council members who are in attendance tonight here, also virtually. If our board members, who are in the room, if you'll please stand so we can recognize you and express our appreciation to you as well. We know there's several of you who are here. We want to thank you. And I think some of them snuck out, but they are joining us virtually, and we appreciate them. And I think, Vic, didn't you say we could see them if they're standing in their pajamas at home also? Yeah, we got you. A grant from the Delores Barr Weaver, again, Forever Fund, which is administered through the Community Foundation of Northeast Florida, helped to make this event possible as well. We want to thank her again. Our sponsors, our presenting sponsor, Florida Blue. Thank you so much. Our platinum sponsors, AARP and United Healthcare. Our gold sponsors, Florida Power and Light, First Citizens Bank, Taylor Residences, Baptist Health, JEA, the Bailey Group, Mutual of America, Fran Pepis and Pepis Enterprise, Florida Community Care, Sunshine Health, and many thanks to Mosh for helping us plan and pull off this successful event. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And a special thank you to the event committee, because we didn't know how we were going to do this tonight. Our event is usually in person. We didn't do it at all last year, and we knew we had to do it. And so we did this hybrid thing that everybody seems to be doing and took a chance. So Alex and Andrea, Alex McLean, Andrea Spencer, thank you. Oh, there's a hand back there. And the ElderSource Development Committee, who worked side by side with staff in pulling this event off. My final thank you, really, though, is to all of you here and at home in your comfy chairs, whether they're in the planetarium or at home. We thank you. We hope you have enjoyed the evening as much as I did. And please drive safely. Please stay healthy and have a good night. Thank you.